Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's good, YouTube? How y'all doing today? What's good, fam? Welcome back to J Russ TV. We back with another video. Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's good, YouTube? How y'all doing today? What's good, fam? Welcome back to J Russ TV. We back with another video. Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back to J Russ TV. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We cover all things business, finance, lifestyle, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. If you're returning to my channel, make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate you, fam. You already know what's going on. We'll be getting into today. But as y'all can see from the title, we're going to get started. We got a couple different topics I want to go over today. Starting off with Robinhood. I see a lot of y'all been rocking with the Robinhood portfolio update. That video been going up. So I'm going to cover more content. I love checking my Robinhood account on a daily basis, weekly basis. I check it daily, but in order to for posting videos, I don't really know if I should do it weekly uploads, bi-weekly uploads. I'm thinking bi-weekly uploads, but if y'all really want weekly uploads, you know, I can move around, see what I can do. But I'm thinking bi-weekly just so I can get a little more taste of the market, have some different changes, because I don't really dabble in this public portfolio that much. You know what I mean, versus my private ones, which I do a little more. So let me know in the comments what y'all think we should do. But yeah, that's what we're gonna get started on early today. My Robinhood portfolio. Now the market has been down crazy this week. I think it was because of the jobs report that came out. And since we already here, I'm gonna go ahead and I think the jobs report, but I think it was good though. I think it was a good jobs report, but for some the world, I'm individual. I hope they don't make me sign up. Yeah, let me see. It added a quarter million jobs in December, which was far better than expected in most of the 9 months. That's what I'm saying. It thought it was a good jobs report. However, the December jobs report also showed an easing in wage growth. It's now back below 41%. Let me move this over here too. Hold up. Let's see. High wage growth is arguably the most concerning. How did the market react? I frankly was surprised by the negative market reaction. That's what I'm saying. Stocks and bonds sold off, reported despite low wage growth. The surge in jobs caused more market concern about the economy running too hot and causing a surge in inflation. That could be because markets were already sensitive. The job opening early last week also indicated a rather strong job market with 8 women. There was also, I think it was the 5-year broke even. Yes, I think it was a real reaction. I'm saying we got good news from December's, but I think because of the Fed saying that they're going to reduce the rate cuts next year in 2025. Well, this year, 2025. I think that's why the market kind of overreacted a little bit, and it went down. But as y'all can see on the week, we down 5%. On the month, I'm up roughly like 4%. On 3 months, I'm down. Well, the year just started, but year to date, I'm down about 1.5%. So yeah, it did tank a little bit. This week I am down like $67. I did make some new plays in the portfolio though. So let's see. To start off, I sold SMH. I did have SMH, which is it's a semiconductor ETF, and I sold that. Let me see if it shows it in here. Here we go. Yeah, I sold that. Let's see. I bought $15 in. Oh dang. I put 15 in. Oh no, let me see. Not that I put way more than that. Yeah, okay, 25 in at 244. I put $20 in July 2nd. It was at 264. I put $15 in. It was at 219, and I sold it for 243. January 13th. So that was yesterday at 2:29 p.m. Eastern. I sold roughly about 0.2. I sold all my shares. In there. 243. I think I made it. I think I came up like $1. I made like $1 off it. But the reason for this is because it wasn't really performing how I wanted to perform. I've been in this stock for over a year now. To only be up $1. Okay, I feel as though that the only reason why I sell stocks is because, one, I don't believe in the company's vision anymore, and I believe like it's not really adding up to my investment strategy. Or two, I'm selling because it's not performing as well. Could still be a good company, but it's not performing as well, and I believe I can take that money, divest my investment, and reinvest it into another company that I think has more potential to go up in the future or in the near future. So that's what I did. I sold SMH, made like $1. Cool, no problem, no biggie. But what did I buy? I bought SoFi. We bought SoFi. So if y'all not familiar with SoFi, I'm just gonna go ahead right here. I ain't gonna take off this up ahead. SoFi is a financial service platform which engages in the provision of student loan refinancing options to private student loan market. It offers home loans, personal loans, credit cards. It operates through the following segments: technology platform, personal loan, student loan, home loan products. So all in all, SoFi, in my opinion, is the future of investing, the future of banking. They have a lot of products under their belt. They got Galileo, which I'm not too, an expert on that particular product, but it is a product that they have that I think they're trying to offer to other banks. What I'm hearing is the AWS of banking stock. So like they said, you got your student loan, you got your mortgage, you got your credit card, your housing. It's kind of like an all-in-one umbrella. They have so many different products you can do, and they really attract the younger generation. I think they're going to be big, in my opinion. This is I am invested in this portfolio, in this stock, the public portfolio here, which I'm showing y'all, and also in my private portfolio. I'm not gonna lie, this is not financial advice. As always, y'all know I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't advice. Y'all should do your own research. But right now, SoFi is my biggest holding when it comes to share count. Not as far as dollar value, but share count. SoFi currently is my biggest holding at the moment. And I see good potential, baby. I see good potential. I got in at like $8. It rolled up and it kept going up. I kept dollar cost averaging up. My average right now is about $10 right now in my private portfolio. So I'm up. I think it's at $14.50 right now. They got an earnings report coming January 27th. They got an earnings report, and I think it's gonna be really good because they don't have a full year of being profitable. And that's always good. They just turned profitable a couple months ago. And it's been doing good. Of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor by all means, but I am going, have some transparency in this portfolio. As y'all can see, I'm gonna show y'all, like, you feel me, back. We the realest on YouTube for real. We the realest on YouTube for real. I bought one share yesterday at $13.97. I had a big drop. And then I bought 2 shares. I doubled back, and I was like, shoot, let me go ahead and buy 2 more, little 3-pack, $13.99, $27.97, and look, it's already at $14.54. So I'm already up currently $1.68. I'm up roughly 4%. Now, is that saying it's gonna keep going up? No, it might dip back down a little more. If it do, we buy more. That's another good lesson for y'all watching this. Appreciate the comments too in the video. My last RobinHood video too, I see a lot of comments in there. A lot of youngins, 18-year-old, college students, freshmen. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Appreciate y'all watching and tuning in. But that's number one. When you invest in stocks, you gotta think long term. All my portfolios are long term plays for the most part. Not really short term. So we're not really affected when a jobs report come out, or the Fed, Jerome Powell, says they're not gonna be cutting as many rates, and the market overreacts and the stocks drop. Different news like that, or a banking analyst puts a new rating on a stock and it makes it go down. We don't pay attention to the short term news. You feel me? We long term. If I were to pay attention to the short term news, I would be in and out of stock so many times. At that point, you're not making no money. You got to buy, hold. That's why it's important to do your research and look at the fundamentals of the company and just if it makes sense. You gotta see if it makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm already up 4% right here on SoFi. So definitely gonna be a stock I'll be adding more into. Like I told y'all, let me know below what stocks y'all interested in and what y'all invested in. How many shares? If you invested in SoFi, how many shares you got? You feel me? So this is definitely a good play. As far as that, I'm thinking of selling QQQ. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of QQQ because I've been investing for about 5 years now. I started investing in just your S&P 500, your ETFs, things like that. But one, they have a higher expense ratio because a basket of companies. ETF is basically a basket of companies, your Apple, your Nvidia, your Microsoft, all in one. So you don't get as much growth as you would if you're in a visual stock, but you also don't take a big of a hit if the stock does drop versus individual stocks. So it kind of I feel like ETFs is more for people who don't want to really do research, who just kind of want to chill, put their money in, and then go out and play golf or something. Me, I look at the reports, I listen to the earning call, the financial statements. I look at that. I do a lot of research on the stocks and what I'm invested in. Certain stocks, not too much, like your Apple, your Meta, your Microsoft. Those legacy companies, they ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. I don't gotta do too much research on those. But the newer ones, I try to do a little bit more research on them though. So I think QQQ is what I'm gonna sell next. I got about $38 in there, so I think I'm gonna sell that next and see what more steals I can buy, steals and deals I can buy. I think I might get rid of I'm gonna keep VOG, but I think I'm gonna get rid of QQQ next. But honestly, not too much happening. Like we said, all the time the market has been going through some turmoil, but we got a lot of earnings coming up though. We got Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia earnings coming up. I think the end of this month. We got Palantir earnings coming up February 3rd. So Q1 gonna be big. I got big expectations, bro. Q1 gonna be big. Q1 is gonna be very, very big. But this is a quick update. I'm not gonna do as long as I did in the last video. Just want to do a quick little recap for this live stream that I'm on. And yeah, you feel me? So let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And let me know what the videos y'all want to see. And like I said, let me know if y'all want these bi-weekly, y'all want weekly, once a month. Let me know. Let me get a little feedback. I saw y'all comments. Let me know what y'all doing, what type of videos y'all want to see when it comes to this. But it's a quick update, what I sold, what I buy, what the market is looking like this week. All right. What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that like, comment, that subscribe, that make sure you my fault, bro. What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. We cover all things business, lifestyle, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. If you're returning to my channel, you already know what's up, fam. Appreciate you tuning back in. Appreciate the love and support. But this next topic we're gonna get into is Rivian news. I see y'all been liking a Rivian video. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love, the comments, and all the support. Make sure y'all keep leaving comments, interacting. I'm gonna respond to all y'all. You know what I mean? But this video is new patents. Rivian kills free NACS adapter, new EDV buyers. So I'm gonna see what it is. I'm gonna start covering Rivian a little more since I see that's what y'all like. I personally like it too. I watch these videos all the time, so I'm just trying to find my community, man, and see, vibe with y'all, and let's see what Rivian do in the future. Shout out to Mike, his channel right there. Shout out to him for the info, but let's see what he's talking about.
Rivian news, Rivian is giving away icon passes through their snow mode sweepstakes, so don't miss out on a chance to win. In other updates, Rivian has just released mobile app update 2.18 and is preparing for the upcoming vehicle software update 2024.51. There's also a significant change in the official NACS adapter policy, as well as some intriguing new patents filed by Rivian. And here's the twist. Rivian may have a new electric delivery van customer that is...
Oh, shucks. New customer? I love when new partnerships come in for Rivian because it make the stock go crazy. It just shows that more people are interested in the company and really like the vehicles. I see a lot of vehicles out here too, though. In my neighborhood, I'm in the DMV area, the Maryland area, and I see a ton a ton of these delivery vehicles around here now. It wasn't, and it's been growing over the past couple of months like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I was seeing a lot of the old Amazon ones, but now I'm seeing a lot of these new EV Rivian vehicles coming along. So it just shows that they're making these deliveries.
Amazon. There's a lot to cover.
And I want one. If they sold them to the public, I low-key would try to cop one. If my pape get right, I will low-key cop one.
So let's dive in. Officially added the nation's capital to its list of least eligible states. Whether you're in the market for the rugged R1T or the spacious R1S, you can now lease a Rivian right in DC. Don't forget to use my referral code when you make your purchase and score $500 towards Rivian gear like the crossbars.
That's dope.
And 6 months
I had to drive
Rivian adventure
all the way to Tyson's to test drive my Rivian in that last vehicle.
Rivian now offers flexible leasing options in 38 states plus the capital. I really hope to see more Rivians on the streets in DC soon. Next, Rivian
I see a lot. It's a lot of Rivians out here, more than I thought. I see it every day when I drive from work.
Charging network, and this week we've got some exciting updates. Rivian's roots are strong in Illinois, where they just opened a new RAN site in partnership with the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, located at the intersection of I-55, I-74, and I-39. This site offers 6 DC fast chargers, including 2 trailer-friendly chargers. Outdoor enthusiasts traveling from the Bay Area to Lake Tahoe now have a new place to charge as well. The Placerville, California site is live with 8 DC fast chargers, including 1 trailer-friendly charger. Perfect for your next off-road or mountain adventure. And it doesn't stop there. Rivian is opening a new space in San Francisco. Think of it as part showroom and part community hub, where you can explore electric trucks and SUVs, chat with the Rivian guides, and immerse yourself in Rivian's commitment to adventure, innovation, and sustainability. The San Francisco space is already open for a soft launch with hours from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mark your calendars for January 25th and 26th, where there will be a grand opening, but you can stop by today and check it out early. Next, Rivian has partnered with select Alterra resorts to show off what these vehicles can really do in the snow. Whether you love fresh powder or just enjoy the mountain vibes, these events are a blast. Check out the resorts on the screen here and the dates that Rivian will be attending. You can book your demo drive directly through Rivian's website for an unforgettable winter adventure. This isn't just a test drive though, it's a full-blown winter party. You'll have the chance to experience
drift that jump.
Man,
I want to drift my car so bad, but I'm scared I'm going to break something. I don't got time to be paying for no maintenance right now.
There's going to be a gear station for a quick tune-up,
we just had a whole bunch of snow.
as well as a race against the snow to find Gear Guard Gary before he gets buried.
That's fun.
If that wasn't enough, Rivian is...
I like companies that interact like this, like games. You know, make it fun, make it exciting. You know, cars just be... You don't want to be bored. Like, I like companies that really make stuff fun.
A snow mode sweepstakes from January 6th to February 4th. Participants can win 2 Icon passes or 4 one-day lift tickets to select Icon Pass destinations. Be sure to sign up online and check the description down below for more details. Next, the latest Rivian app update brings new features to enhance your driving experience. In version 2.18, you can easily book and manage up to 2 demo drives directly within the app at your nearest Rivian location. Whether you're exploring different configurations or scheduling a follow-up, this feature streamlines the entire process. You'll also be able to plan your adventures more efficiently with detailed trip previews that include your route and charging stops, even showing how different vehicle configurations impact your trip. And once Rivian rolls out software version 2024.51, you'll be able to sync your recent trips and saved locations directly with the app. Stay tuned for this highly anticipated vehicle software update. Speaking of software version 2024.51, Rivian's head of software, Wasim bin Said, recently responded to Rivian Tracker, who expressed the eagerness for a new update. Wasim writes on X, "Soon, the next software update will be focused on fixes and performance improvements." As you know, the last update was a significant one, introducing Google Cast and first-party YouTube support. If you missed my full walkthrough, be sure to check it out. This upcoming release seems to be more about refining the experience with behind-the-scenes improvements. Stability fixes are always welcome, and it's exciting to see Wasim and the team prioritizing performance. Next, Rivian is nearly done fulfilling their backorder of NACS to CCS1 adapters, which were promised for free to those who purchased a Rivian enabling access to Tesla supercharging. If you didn't receive an adapter when you first bought your vehicle, don't worry, Rivian will be sending out a free adapter to all current owners.
That's cool.
By the end of January.
That's cool because he ain't really have to do that.
To rush or buy one.
For the owner.
Actually should have already gotten an email by now. However, Rivian confirmed with Rivian Tracker that starting January 14th, any new vehicles purchased will no longer include the NACS adapter for free. Instead, it will need to be purchased from the gear shop for $225. I do believe this is...
Is that high? I mean, I guess with the technology, that's not that bad. And if it allows you to use Tesla's supercharger across U.S. and Canada, I guess that's cool.
Right move for Rivian, as they've honored their promise even when they didn't have to give away free chargers. But if you'd prefer not to purchase the Rivian adapter, I'm hosting a giveaway for an A to Z Typhoon Pro NACS to CCS1 adapter in collaboration with EV Supply Co. Once I hit 3,000 subscribers, I'll pick a lucky winner. To enter, simply make sure you're subscribed to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Next, Rivian has filed for 2 new patents, one aimed at solving a common issue for drivers in bad weather. This patent involves a transparent carbon nanotube layer that heats up to prevent snow and ice from blocking the headlights. Unlike halogen bulbs, LEDs don't emit enough heat to melt snow. This system provides targeted invisible heating to maintain clear visibility and improve safety in snowy climates. These second patents...
See, I don't own an EV, so I don't really know what problems y'all be having driving EVs. But let me know below, is this patent something like that's been big? Like y'all been having a lot of problems if you're a Rivian owner? Let me know, because I'm not really sure. And see y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all joining here. We just covering Rivian news right now. And just some new updates. Rivian is a electric vehicle company right now. I'm currently invested in the company. I have over 100 shares right now. I believe in the company. So just staying up to date with what's happening in the news and stuff. So appreciate y'all joining.
Rivian's take on Tesla's cabin overheat protection feature. This system would automatically regulate the cabin temperature to prevent discomfort and protect the interior from damage. It's a smart way to ensure the vehicle stays safe, even in extreme heat. And lastly, in today's news, a Reddit user shared an exciting photo of a Rivian delivery van featuring Factor branding. If you're not familiar with Factor, it's a meal delivery service that sends fresh, ready-to-eat meals straight to your door. It looks like Factor is now testing Rivian's EDV, and I'm thrilled to see it. The Rivian's vans are already in use by companies like Amazon, so seeing Factor on board is even more exciting. Although they're
that's what I'm saying, bro. I really want to see more of these vans pop out, bro. I really want to see more of these vans in the area. Like I said, I would like them to be able to sell them to the public, because I would definitely purchase one if I had the opportunity to and the funds to, because, you know, I feel like as a man, you always need like a little work vehicle, you know what I mean? A little utility van, something like that. And it's electric, and the inside is actually dope.
Only about 200 vehicles. 2025 should be the year that Rivian announces more partnerships for their vans. It's
stock price increase, baby. Come on.
The future of sustainable deliveries. Have you spotted any of these Factor vans in your area? Or maybe you've even seen some other companies using the EDVs? Let me know. I'd love to keep track of all the companies using Rivian's electric delivery vans. We do know that AT&T and DHL we're testing them as well. But that is a wrap up for this week's Rivian news. Make sure to subscribe and comment for that upcoming EV Supply Co giveaway once we hit 3,000 subscribers. Stay tuned for more updates, and remember to...
Alright, bet. Appreciate you, Mike. That concludes this Rivian news update. So good info. I'm gonna keep updating, keep y'all updated as well. Stay tuned, and we're gonna see what's next and what's new with Rivian. Alright. So what's up with y'all, man? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. JRuss TV. We cover all things business, lifestyle, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you, fam. You already know what's up. We running it up. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all been doing it. We growing up, trying to build the channel, trying to stay consistent. But the next topic we're about to get into is why Americans can't find starter homes. Now, this is a big problem all across the U.S. You know what I mean? Homes have skyrocketed, even for myself. Lucky I was able to buy my first property about a year ago now. It's crazy to even say that. But I got it for a deal. I got it for a good deal from a family friend. So they was able to be patient with me. But as far as like townhouses and single family homes, I live in the DMV area. Things have been going up crazy. And recently, college grad, back in the day, used to be able to purchase a home like with like a 60, 70K salary by yourself, maybe. You know what I mean? Now you need 2-income household, bro. Like, it don't make no sense.
The starter homes are disappearing from the United States. In the early 1980s, as many as 40% of the new homes built were considered entry-level. By 2023, just 9% fit the criteria.
Give it enough.
What? That's crazy. Hold on. Starter home constructed in the U.S. 1980 up 40%. 9%, bro? What is... I mean, I understand the pandemic might have had something to do with it, but it's just declining. It's just declining, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. So, I don't know.
20 years, and literally no young person will be able to afford to purchase a home, period.
Meanwhile, a slowdown is mounting in the home building industry, which could contribute to the ongoing decline of the starter home.
Both housing starts and building permits, which are an indicator of future construction, have slowed down this
permits
fall.
too, yeah.
And it's not just seasonal.
I guess it's a good way you
There are
can
over 3
check.
million potential first-time home buyers in the country. They're up against high home prices.
Year over year, price home appreciation. I'm saying I'm in that Baltimore area right there. 7.3%. More than Boston. Since Ohio been going crazy. Dang, we more than San Jose, California. It's ridiculous, bro.
Keep rising.
That's ridiculous.
We're starting to see our mini price uplets in markets that are an hour, 2 to 3 hours from major metropolitan cities.
It is such an unusual market because we have an all-time low of first-time home buyers, but an all-time high of all cash buyers.
So, where did all the starter homes go? A starter home is typically modest in size and price.
It's the most affordable home in any market. If you're in the Midwest, maybe it's in the $100,000 range. If you're in California, a starter home might be in the $400,000 range.
To me, a starter home used to be a smaller condo, a smaller space, and someone would upgrade. Maybe after 5 years,
I'm
as
saying.
they get married or have a family and want to move. But now we're actually seeing that most people are buying their first home as a single-family residence and really planning on staying in place.
America's home builders are making fewer of these kinds of units.
If you look at the number of single-family starter homes, those defined as being 1,400 square feet or smaller,
1,400 square feet.
400 and 500,000.
1,400 square feet or below is considered a starter home. Okay, interesting. Property I'm in now, I think it's 1,100 square feet, 1,200 square feet. Okay. New number of new homes constructed below. I'm saying the 1980s they were going crazy, bruh. Then it went back up. It's just been trending down, like
Units a year.
especially when the '08 crisis hit. Let me know in the chat where y'all live at, where y'all from. Let me know what area y'all live. Have y'all been seeing home prices increase? What's it looking like in your area?
Homes each year.
What's your age? Are you young? You old? Have you been able to find starter homes, or you just about to rent it out?
One reason is the increasing difficulty that many builders have in dealing with zoning regulations.
Zoning laws are set at the local level. These laws can determine the size of each lot in a neighborhood. They can also specify how far a structure is set back from the property line, how tall it is, or how many units are on site. In many cases, these laws create an opportunity for local residents to challenge new development. The residents often raise concerns, like overcrowding of schools and wear and tear on local roads.
A lot of this has to do with density restrictions within local communities. They may not want a townhouse or a condo.
See, that's another thing with these problems, bro, with these houses. It's like this. It's too tight. Like, you can't... if I'm buying a house, bro, if I'm paying $500,600,000 for a house, I want some land. Do y'all agree with me? I want a little land, a little backyard, maybe a little front yard. Not too much, because, cutting grass is cool. But a little land where I can have a little cookout with a fam. The good men come over, you know what I mean? But, like, properties like this, you get no land, you get no privacy. I could probably knock on the side of the door and hear, the side of my wall and hear people.
Community coming in, but they absolutely will welcome a single-family community.
You cookie cutter
Zoning codes
Jones.
are found all around the country. The most restrictive ones are often found in major cities.
Many builders
Washington D.C. That's where I'm at. DMV area. It's the top one. Dang. Top
it's
one.
become so expensive to build that they can only build high-end single-family and high-end multi.
What's up with y'all, fam? Welcome to the live stream. We covering why Americans can't find starter homes right now. It's crazy. These prices is going up.
There are a couple who specialize, like D.R. Horton, which has an express homes division, which specializes.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and leave a comment in the chat. Let's discuss. Let's chop it up.
In order to pencil all the costs they have and make it affordable to that lower end buyer.
So inventory is an
As a
issue.
result, home builders and first-time buyers are targeting further flung locations.
We've definitely seen a trend toward purchasing a home further from the urban core. So you do see a lot of new construction in suburbia and exurbia.
Home
Exurbia, I
values
know what
are
that
now
means.
rising most rapidly in low-density and rural areas. Experts say that relaxing these codes could lead to higher levels of home building and preserve affordability.
For example, in San Antonio, there's some builders that are building sub 1,000 square feet single-family detached homes, right? Which would have been almost unthinkable just a few years ago. So the market is reacting, but its response mechanism is really limited because of the rules of the game.
Some
Least
areas with
restrictive
less
zoning.
restrictive zoning
Texas been going.
are welcoming many newcomers.
Yeah, I can see Texas. Texas be going crazy. They building left and right. I know they going up too. Rochester, New York. Okay.
For an example, see Metro Atlanta.
Home is in Atlanta now. I'm currently in Decatur, Georgia, which is right outside of the perimeter, so I have easy access to the city. It gives a little bit more of suburban-ish kind of feel. It's just the culture, the energy.
There's probably different vibes
the
than
aesthetic,
Atlanta. I mean, yeah, Atlanta.
A more elevated experience in day-to-day living, honestly.
Lillian Mantaya is a filmmaker and entrepreneur. She was in line to buy a home in the Baltimore area in 2024, but that plan fell through.
Oh, for real?
Since
She's like on the BMO.
She's moved to Atlanta to live with her sister and come up with a new plan.
I did grow up in Baltimore. I gave Baltimore a shot in my
Aw.
adulthood with my children, and I did the 9 to 5 and, attempted to buy a house there and everything. But Baltimore wasn't providing just the lifestyle, resources, community that is needed for me to thrive. And Atlanta has been able to kind of just support me.
What she mean? What specifically though? She need a little
Experts
more
say that
detail.
more dense forms of housing could have helped first-time buyers, particularly in crowded areas.
We do know that local communities are trying to address the lack of housing inventory in pretty unique ways. So accessory dwelling units is certainly a popular approach right now. That's one solution, but I think we need to be looking at adaptive reuse as well. So looking at vacant hotel motels, looking at vacant residential malls.
I've been seeing that a lot lately.
How do we bring residential?
I've been seeing that a lot lately. They've been vacant malls, vacant office buildings, stuff like that. A lot of companies have been just transforming those into apartments or condos or whatever. Smart. Utilize space. No need to rebuild a whole bunch of stuff.
Units into those areas.
Much of the new construction since 2020 is in luxury apartments, with units that are not for sale.
The recent boom in multifamily construction has been on the higher luxury end, but it's easier for multifamily developers to get in and pencil that many apartments because they're renting them, and rents have been very high.
Finances are a big barrier for first-time buyers.
For sure. It's probably the number
The money
one.
paid to buy a home has increased sharply relative.
Probably the top one reason. Hold up. Bond versus rented. Estimate mortgage versus estimated rent payments. So mortgage is definitely a little higher, which is expected. I don't know. So mortgage payments are average about 25, which is right. Yeah, and especially with interest rates, rent about 2,000. That's about right.
Renting over the past decade. The increases in home prices have also outpaced increases in wages.
114%.
As a result, home sales are down across many markets, and the median age of the typical first-time home buyer has climbed to 38. That's up from age 29 in 1981.
What's good with y'all, fam?
I hired an AI
Appreciate you joining the live
assistant to
stream,
do
man.
literally
We covering why Americans can't find starter homes right now. Leave a comment during the conversation. Right now, it's because inventory and the prices.
The headwinds
crazy.
that a 30-year-old may have, like student loan debt and car loans and credit card debt, and then they have rising rent. And so keeping that all in mind, it's hard to save for a down payment when housing affordability is really out of reach.
The problem is you have the most demand on the low end of the market because affordability is so rough right now, but you also have the least supply on the low end of the market.
The average price of homes has increased rapidly too. Nationwide, home prices have climbed over 52% between January 2020 and October 2024.
That's crazy.
Adding to the burden,
That's
mortgage
crazy.
rates have returned to their standard historical range, near 7%.
I need to get mine down. I'm about to
Homeowners with mortgage
refinance.
are paying 29% more
Mine's
than they
around
would
7.
if they rented the same house. Dynamics like that are shutting out all but the highest income Americans out of the market, at least on average.
We're seeing first-time home buyers come into the market using inheritance, using 401k or stocks, cashing those out, combining all of these resources.
Yeah, I think using your 401k balance is a smart move. Taking your 401k balance out to purchase a home, it's a smart move or not. Me personally, I wouldn't, unless it was like last resort. But like all that compound interest and all those fees you gonna pay, I would have to run the numbers. Me personally, I wouldn't really. I wouldn't.
Making an all-cash purchase.
I wouldn't.
Investors are buying homes too, but economists saw their shares jump to an all-time high in 2024. Still, they make up a tiny fraction of the overall housing stock.
The issue of large-scale investors is really not an issue. If you look at their share of the market, it's only 1 to 2%. However, if you look within fast-growing markets, particularly those that are affordable, and in the South, those entities are making it a little bit more difficult for
Crazy.
buyers
This looks like a perfect picture because I literally go through this.
to purchase. Having said all that, if there was a normal amount of supply and we didn't have the shortage, this would not be really an issue.
With elevated prices on the market, today's buyers may need to rely on outside help to finance a home.
I think it's increasingly difficult to buy that first home if you don't have help. In a more affordable market, it's $400,000. That means you have to come up with $80,000 in down payment if you assume the typical.
That's another thing with these houses. They want you to put 20% down. You know how long it takes to save $80,000, bro? 80,000 cash. You slaving away $80,000 cash, bro. Like, okay, let's put it in perspective. Right now, cash savings on average since I've been about 20 years old, bro. I've been able to save probably about $10,000 a year. And that's keeping the same lifestyle. I'm probably able to put away 10 bands cash. Maybe working a job, putting something away, a couple side hustles, a couple big payments, throwing it in the savings account. 10 bands a year, 10 to 12 maybe. If I want a $400,000 home, and I got you don't have to put 20%, but you're gonna get hit with PMI, private mortgage insurance. That's gonna raise everything up. It would take me 8 years. Is my math right? Yeah, 8 years to save up for a house. Well, I guess in hindsight, if I'm 30, by the time I'm 40, I'll be ready to put a down payment. That's all your cash though. That's 80 grand. That's $80,000. Like, I don't think you understand. Like 80,000, you just like, here, boom, you buy the house, gone. Closing costs, might get the house fixed. Mortgage due in a month. The mortgage is due in 30 days. Is it really the best investment? Is it really the best investment?
It's really difficult to come up with that down payment. So we do see in the data
80,000 is crazy.
increasingly more consumers getting help, whether that's from their parents or from down payment assistance programs.
There are over 2,400 down payment assistance programs nationwide. Depending on your income and where you live, the aid can be substantial.
I haven't purchased a home yet, and I've been in the process of purchasing a home. But being in this process, I definitely have more of a optimistic, perspective with home buying now. And I just talked to a realtor here, and she even told me that you are able to purchase a home even.
Experts say they're holding back new construction.
This crisis is worsened by various factors, including rising construction costs, regulatory burdens, and limited availability of buildable land.
There's definitely excessive regulation. a lot of inefficient local zoning.
Yeah.
The zoning codes really originated nearly a century
Whole bunch of new construction
ago,
about me.
and it made sense at the
They
time.
building like crazy,
However,
bruh.
since then, there's been
And they not even like OC
significant
homes, bruh.
layers that have
Like
made it, increasingly
cookie cutter
difficult
Jones.
for builders. This is
They
certainly
built these things
concern.
in 3 months. They
Unfortunately,
built these houses in 3 months and then try to charge you $600,000 for them.
it's
That's
sometimes
ridiculous.
You have to think of from narrative.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't see it coming down, bro. So it's like if you want a house, just go ahead and get in and just bite that bullet and just get in, stay down. Let's be smart. Make sure you stack your money. Make sure you still have enough savings after when you get in the house, cause expenses gonna come up, bro. But overall, housing just expensive, bro. I've been contemplating even getting a house unless I get married, kids, stuff like that. Possibly, maybe it's like that, or I can imagine you put $80,000 in the stock market. You put that $80,000 in the stock market for a 10% return. Me, I know how to pick a stock, so I can probably get a 20-30% return. With $80,000, y'all do the math on that. We're gonna go ahead and get to this next topic, man. Maryland struggles with budget deficit while neighbors thrive. Let's see what they talk about, bruh. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to JRuss TV, man. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that like, that comment, subscribe. JRuss TV. We cover all things business, finance, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics, a little bit of lifestyle. If you're returning to my channel, you already know what's up, fam. Appreciate the support. Hit that like, leave a comment. Right now, Maryland struggles with budget deficit while neighbors thrive. I live in Maryland. I saw this on my TL. Kind of want to see what they're talking about because these property taxes are going up, and I need to see where my money going to.
This week, analysts told lawmakers Maryland's budget shortfall will soon top $3 billion.
$3 billion? He said that with a B, bro? Hold up.
Analysts told lawmakers Maryland's budget shortfall will soon top $3
With
billion.
a B?
But it turns out
That's
not
crazy.
every state is in such financial despair. Fox 45 Jeff Abel joins us live right now to show us why some states are actually thriving. Jeff?
Oh, neighbor states. Neighbor states. I was like, why did you say neighbors?
Other states in this region, and what we discovered was that many of Maryland's neighbors are actually enjoying budget surpluses.
At the State House in Annapolis, analysts are sounding the alarm about Maryland's deepening financial predicament.
That the magnitude of the shortfall is the most significant in at least 20 years, including through the Great Recession.
But there are
Dang.
questions about how the state fell
What is
into
y'all
deep
doing?
financial despair. Right now,
Come on, Governor.
analysts project Maryland is on track to see a $3 billion budget deficit.
And the other neighboring states, $826 million in the green, $2 billion in the green, $546 million in the, we're $3 billion. Governor Westmore, what y'all doing up in there? Hold up. Who the governor of Maryland again? I think it's him. I think it's Brody. I like him though. Yeah, I like him though, and I support a brother by all means. I support a brother, born and married. I've seen him before too, in person, basketball games. His kid played basketball games, tournaments up yet. Job Hopkins, masters from Oxford, several years in the Army, investment banker. He served as CEO of the RobinHood Foundation. I was like, after that, man, RobinHood. So man, I like him. I think he's a cool guy. I haven't actually done too much research on him. I just know like the basics, so maybe I do a little more research. But what's going on though? Like, why are we in a $3 billion deficit?
However, surrounding states are enjoying budget surpluses. The state of Delaware has a $546 million surplus. West Virginia is enjoying an $826 million
Who got the
surplus.
$2 billion? Hold on, who that?
And the state of Virginia is sitting on a
They got built.
$2 billion surplus.
What's
No surprise to State Senator Justin Reedy.
Government needs to be on a diet. That's what we
Yeah.
put government on a diet and reprioritize what we're doing.
Yeah,
and
that's
one
crazy.
of our first priorities has got to be economic growth.
Maryland not only has one of the highest gas taxes in the region, but a recent comparison by Spotlight on Maryland found it also is far less friendly to businesses. Right now, Maryland has one of the highest corporate tax rates in the region. Virginia and West Virginia have some of the lowest.
So that I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but that's what really fuel states, corporate. You need that corporate. You need businesses to be here. That generates more revenue, more jobs, more tax money. I think you need to lower the taxes for these businesses that's coming in to incentivize them to come into Maryland. Like, why do we have some of the highest tax rates? and we have the biggest deficit.
2 states, which are also deficit-free.
Why are we?
Every other state around us is looking at how they can reduce the cost of living and the cost of doing business.
Exactly.
We need to be doing
We've
the
been
same
going
thing.
up.
We have a lot of assets, but no strategy.
Darius Arani is the chief economist of the Regional Economics Institute at Towson University. He says the state must become far more business-friendly.
It
do.
Sometimes challenging to start a business in Maryland. There are a lot of regulations.
Okay, Towson. I got a couple homies that graduated from Towson. I don't know what y'all saying is though. Go Tigers or something.
Arani believes Maryland is far too dependent on the federal government and suggests it offer greater incentives for businesses to open here. For
That's
now,
crazy,
the clock
bro.
is ticking as the state's budget gap continues to widen.
$2 billion.
Bring down the cost of doing business, the hassle of doing business, and the cost of
$2
living.
billion, bro. $2 billion, bro.
Well, the governor has indicated
That's a lot.
he will soon be signing executive orders aimed at improving the business environment in the state. He did not indicate whether that will include reducing the corporate tax rate. We're live tonight, Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
Because even what I see now, a lot of businesses, corporate, they go to Virginia. They be going to Virginia, Arlington, like borderline D.C. They don't be in D.C., it's Maryland, D.C. or Maryland. They be like VA. And I guess that's why, because they got a lower corporate tax rate. That's crazy. Appreciate you for joining the live stream, fam. We just got finished covering why Maryland is struggling with a budget deficit. $2 billion deficit. I live in Maryland right now, so just trying to cover a little bit of topics. I don't know why they're in a $2 billion deficit. That's crazy. Well, it kind of did explain why. We need to lower corporate business tax rates, get more businesses, and stop raising the price of everything, bro. You feel me? That's crazy. But now we're gonna get into this next topic. I'm trying to see what I want to cover. I'm gonna cover this one, homie. I got this one video he covered. So, what's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe. JRuss TV. We cover business, lifestyle, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. If you're returning to my channel, hit that like button below, comment, join the chat. Appreciate you for tuning back in. Appreciate your support. Right now, this next video we're gonna get into is unemployed and broke in my 30s. I'm 24 right now. My main goal is to set myself up. When I turn 20 years old, bruh, I looked myself in the mirror. I said, Jonathan, you got a 10-year run. When you turn 30, you need to be you need to be in a position. I'm trying to hit an M by 30, really. I really need an M by 30. I think I can hit it. I got a good strategy. We're going to see what cup. Worst case, 35. 35. But by 30, when the clock tick from 29 to 30 and midnight hit, I need to be set. I need to have my goals complete. But let's see what he's talking about.
I'm broke in my 30s, and I think I'm unemployed. I'm broke in my 30s, and I think it's all my fault. I think I screwed myself over. And
yeah,
I'm sharing this because hopefully somebody out there, if one person,
shout out to the creator, Clueless Panther. This ain't been going up.
Is able to identify ways that I screwed myself over and avoid how they could potentially screw themselves over.
This is a little long, so I ain't gonna keep y'all waiting too long. Let's see what he's talking about.
Program. I have a master's in business administration. This is why I think it was my fault. So. Let me run the clock back.
What time is it? 7:28. I'm gonna get it about 10.
When I graduated from my MBA program. I have a master's in business administration. With my undergrad is in engineering. If you're curious. When I graduated from my MBA, I was a foreign student. So I'm from Ghana. If you can't tell from my accent. I'm originally from Ghana. I came directly to the US for the MBA. And when I graduated, I, of course, secured a job before graduation, which I needed to do, obviously, because I can't stay in the US without securing a job.
For sure.
But I also like working. And that job was a good job.
I dropped that.
It was paying way below expectations in terms of market rates for an MBA graduate. And I know this because all of my colleagues who joined that company with me
I got a
are all international.
I got a bachelor's degree. I'm probably making more than most people with a master's. You don't need your master's. I think you need to get a good degree in bachelor's, your bachelor's degree. I believe in college. Get your degree, your bachelor's degree in STEM. Business is a little iffy now. Business is iffy. If you really do business, you need to be on your stuff. It got to be like business analyst, or like data analyst, something like that. You know what I mean? Some type of analyst. Just a regular business degree ain't gonna really cut it. But I think you should get your bachelor's in one of those topics, work in the workforce for a couple of years, then have the company pay for your master's. Don't go to bachelor's and then straight get your master's, and you still don't got no experience.
As well, and all of my classmates who were American citizens or permanent residents, they definitely were making at least 50% more than us, some even double, in other companies, not this specific company. So I know from data and evidence that it was below market rates. And I know there's a lot of debate about this H-1B program going on right now because of all these things that Ramaswamy and Elon Musk have been debating online. But there is a truth to some aspect of it that some companies take advantage of the H-1B visa program to offer lower wage for the same amount of work done by immigrants because, we have to work to stay here if we want to stay here. And if we don't, we will go back home. And
is he saying immigrants get a lower pay rate?
Stay here. So
I'm not sure. Is that true? Let me know in the comments.
The debates. Now, I am not speaking ill of my specific employer. If you've been in the consulting space, consulting is very competitive. If you don't offer lower rates for the same amount of work to be done to the clients, some other consulting company will offer lower rates to get that job. And so it's not because they are greedy that they brought in international students at that wage to do the work. It's because the rates they can charge and the margins, the profits that they can make have been squeezed by other companies doing exactly the same thing. So it's either you do it and survive or your business declines. It's that simple. So I'm not talking ill of my first employer.
All right. We'll see. We're taking chances.
I was really working at it, but because my output in terms of the work that I did was higher than my position, my rank, and my pay, I had somewhat of a job security over there. But when I got this new offer, it was going to pay me like 30% higher than I was making at the time.
Okay.
And it was a higher responsibility, and I'm somebody who I'm hardworking, but I also like taking chances on myself. So if you're new here, there was a time that I was running my own business. I started a company in college, in my undergrad. That was back in Ghana.
Candle out.
I was studying engineering, petroleum engineering specifically.
Okay.
And I wanted to switch to
renewable
energy because climate action.
That's what I'm saying. STEM is work. If you want guarantees, do STEM, bro.
Climate. So I thought, of course, I don't necessarily need to save the world, but I could, instead of work in the oil and gas industry, work in another energy sector. So I wanted to come to the US. Long story short, I started a business because the services that were helping people like me who wanted to come to the US to study, I thought those services were lacking some, oomph. So I started a business to help people like me to make that transition.
Okay.
It was doing great. We grew very fast. We were operating in 5 cities. I had about 16 employees. So I've done all that, right?
Okay.
And I bring this up because I took a chance on myself at that time, and I absolutely loved the results. It worked very well. It did very well. And I was able to create opportunities for other people as well. So
That's cool. Congratulate him. Starting a business ain't easy. It takes a lot of confidence and risk.
2023,
congrats to him, though.
I got this new challenge, let me say. It was to go and build a business unit in this new in this other company, this company too. And they were growing, and I like growth. I like things that are expanding, things that are growing. But
it's been a little long. I'm not going to finish this one, guys.
A little bit more than I could reasonably chew by taking this job. I took the job in July 2023, and I was working at it. I was building the business unit. I was doing, everything that you'd expect to build a unit. I was building the business model, the operational model, the intellectual.
Okay, smart
guy.
guy.
Intellectual knowledge for how to deliver the work.
Mm-hmm.
I was also doing the business development of sales related to that work. But that's the thing. That's where I had bitten more than I could chew. Because as someone who came into this country recently, recent immigrant, I don't know that many people. I've not built working or professional relationships with so many people because I started late. And I don't have classmates from undergrad or from college who are working in different companies that when you're building something from scratch, it doesn't just instantly take off. I mean, look at YouTube and all the people who are doing YouTube. You grind for about 6 months, 9 months, even a whole year without getting the watch hours or subscribers to get monetized. It's normal. You can start doing TikToks and you go a year in and you haven't even hit 20,000 followers for you to even come close to the whole TikTok partner program sponsor. There's so many things that you have to do, a lot of work up front before it takes off.
For sure.
And
that's what any business.
But we had some wins. You know, we sold some work, we delivered some work.
Okay, let's see how you screwed up.
From the ground up. And so, yeah, I was a weak link. But this is how I screwed myself. I screwed up by taking that bigger challenge without securing a safety net for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the time that I was taking the job, I had very little debt. Thankfully, I paid down
that's good.
A large chunk of my debt. But I have like $15,000 of debts that I had to pay off. I hadn't built up a savings account, an emergency fund, and all those things. And so, the plan was to build that while I was in the job. But in the time, of course, a lot of things happened. I had my wedding with my wife. We went on a few trips here and there. We moved cities. I moved from...
So you were still in debt, ain't have no savings, but you getting married and taking trips with your wife?
Into where I am right
interesting.
Now, south.
Love. love make you do some crazy things, bro. I tell you.
The things that you do.
You don't be thinking right. You don't be thinking right
all
sometimes.
That to say, by July this year, I hadn't actually improved my financial position that much. And so when I got let go, I was like, holy moly, I'm not prepared for this. And that's on me. That's on me for taking that big a chance on myself.
Yeah, that's big risk. I like risk. I'm a risk taker myself, but I like calculated risk though.
And I'll always continue to take a chance on myself. That's the thing. I will only regret not taking a chance on myself. So I don't regret that decision, even though it's that decision that got me to a point where I screwed myself over.
Dang, let's see.
And in hindsight, I mean, I could have at least made a video a month. It was possible. I could have at least made a video a month. And I could have used that as my, hobby, it's still my hobby, my extracurricular thing, the thing that I do when I'm not working. I could have done that, but I think
what's good with you, fam? Appreciate you joining in. We rocked this video right now. This gentleman, he's unemployed and broke in his 30s. It's all his fault, and he just letting us know what happened. He immigrant, worked a job, got fired, had no savings, had some debt, decided to get married, take trips, got laid off again or something. They don't be thinking, bro.
And so I judged myself, and I beat myself down. And I kept telling myself that I would, take a course, an online course about YouTube video filming, editing, equipment. I've enjoyed the fact that I've used my time to pursue YouTube, but it gets to a point where you need to get that of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be me very soon. I'm going to do all I can and all I know, all the textbook advice and some to secure my next job, and I'll keep you updated when I secure it. I'll let you know. But I'm grateful for how everything turned out at the end of the day. I
appreciate him. Clueless Panther. Make sure I go check his channel out. But dang. Yeah, that's hard, bruh. Especially in your 30s. I mean, granted, I be hearing a lot of guys don't even really be taking their stride. They don't really hit their prime till they end their 30s. So I mean, you got time, but me personally, I'm using my 20s to build that foundation, make the mistakes then. So by the time I hit 30, I'm kind of cool for real. I'm 24 right now, so that's my mindset since I've been, I don't know, as long as I can remember, honestly. But all blessings to him, man. I hope he succeed. You know what I mean? Gotta take risks, but I like calculated risks. Gotta have at least some savings. He went to get married and taking trips, and he broke, got debt. That don't even make no sense unless your wife having pape and she rock with you and she like, I'm gonna help you, baby. I'm gonna pay some of your debt off. You can stay down, and I go ahead and get on one knee too. But I don't know the full context of everything. But hey, it is what it is, bruh. We're gonna get into this next topic though. What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe. We cover business, lifestyle, reaction videos to a wide range of different topics. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you. You already know what's up. We'll be covering business, reaction, lifestyle, finance, things like that. This next topic is I want to get into this TikTok ban. I want to end a live stream on this, try and get a little more information on what's going on. I've been hearing a lot. TikTok been trending. So let's see what they're talking about.
Where the Supreme Court will soon decide whether TikTok will be allowed to operate in the United States past January 19th.
TikTok fighting for its future in a novel case before the Supreme Court.
I'm not aware of any time in American history where the Congress has tried to shut down a major speech platform.
The video sharing platform has essentially been backed into a corner. Lower courts have
I like TikTok, honestly.
Blow, upholding a federal law requiring TikTok to be divested from its Chinese parent company ByteDance by January 19th. Or
we go dark. Essentially, the platform shuts down.
The law passed last spring with broad bipartisan support aiming to protect national security from the Chinese Communist Party.
No one disputes that the PRC seeks to undermine U.S. interests by amassing vast quantities of sensitive data about Americans and by engaging in covert influence operations. The Chinese government could weaponize TikTok at any time to harm the United States.
That's what I'm saying though. Like a lot of people are like, no, they've been at TikTok, and I feel, especially the creators, you know, you making your pay on social media. I'm for it, and you like, dang, it's about to go down. My whole business, my whole emotion about to go away. I understand that, but something I learned as a business owner, having my account taken down in the past, you can't rely on just one platform for your business. You gotta diversify and get those eyeballs off the platform into your own. Whether it's your website, email marketing, get on the emails. You need to get your own data and have them off the platform, first of all. But then it's like it's owned by a Chinese company, bro. Like China, they make a lot of products, but for that to be their app, you know how much data they're securing a day, an hour from Americans? Like they could weaponize at any time, bro, if they really wanted to. Yeah, I gotta think about that. It goes deeper. Yes, TikTok does give a lot of information. It's helpful. It has changed people's lives, but long term, it's definitely gonna go deeper. Like, for them to have access to all this data and access to all these users, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to weaponize it, bruh. You gotta think a little different. You gotta think deeper.
Does covert just mean it's hard to figure out how the algorithm works? Because we could say that about every algorithm.
But the majority of scrutiny was placed on TikTok's claim to free speech overriding the national security law.
So are we supposed to ignore the fact that the ultimate parent is in fact subject to doing intelligence work for the Chinese government?
That's what I'm saying.
Justices will decide whether the law is constitutional or not. They'll also have to decide whether the January 19th deadline will stay in place or be put on pause while they deliberate. TikTok certainly wants that to happen, and so does President-elect Trump, who believes he could save the app once he's in office.
But back in August 2020, Trump signed an executive order imposing sanctions on TikTok that, at the time, was thought to be a step to effectively ban the app. He said the United States must take aggressive action against the owners of TikTok to protect our national security. President Biden later revoked the order, replacing it with a more thorough national security review. Years later, Trump changed his mind.
For all of those who want to save TikTok in America, vote for Trump.
For now, that's not up to him.
In
Washington, I'm Atrell Nishar reporting.
Dang. All right, let's see what else they're talking about some more.
Now, as that showdown over TikTok, a federal ban could go into effect one day before President-elect Trump takes office, and we want to bring in Elizabeth Schulze with more on that. What this ban
He did it the day before he going into office.
Good morning, Rebecca. You know, the Supreme Court really does look likely to uphold this ban across the country. So what that would mean, it's not necessarily going to disappear from your phone. TikTok's lawyer says the app will go dark. But what you think about what that means, there's two ways this law works. One is that app stores like Apple's and Google Play won't allow new downloads or software updates, so will eventually get glitchy and not really work for you.
Okay.
The second way is that internet companies might have to stop storing TikTok's data. If that does happen, you really wouldn't be able to see an updated feed, and you probably wouldn't be able to post either. But there are some technical details here that are loopholes for
Okay.
people, Elizabeth. Exactly. Really important to know that
You get a VPN.
you can keep posting, trying to use TikTok. You are not a criminal. This is not illegal for users. The tech companies are the ones that could face billions in dollars in fines if they do keep trying to allow those downloads or those updates. You know, we already seeing some users on TikTok post about workarounds like virtual private networks.
I said VPNs.
This is a way that you can basically
They gonna find a way. They gonna find a way, bro, to get around
try
it.
to access a U.S. show or a website, go through another website. And ultimately, what could happen here is we could see the Supreme Court put an administrative hold on this law. That could essentially buy a couple weeks, maybe months, for the Trump administration to find another solution. It's vowing to try to save this app somehow.
Likely going to get messy, no matter how it gets played
no
out.
clear solution about how exactly it'll stick around.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Dang.
Before they were able to do anything about Flint, Michigan, they were able to agree on banning this app before giving aid to Puerto Rico. Forget the medical industry or the fact that they haven't done
talking about
anything to
Flint.
stop school shootings.
40,000 Americans die every single year because they can't afford health insurance, but our government's worried about an app.
Where is our rage? Where is the anger that should come with this moment?
Help, please! Children are dying! Help!
Please, dog.
How do we stop this?
Okay, gosh, look here. We just signed this. This should help everything. Take it.
Like,
Thank you.
ban TikTok.
Thank you so much. We needed a real change. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
They like, why is y'all focused on the? I mean, I kind of agree. They worried about, but you gotta think deeper though. You gotta think deeper. Like, you know how much information the Chinese government is collecting, bruh? They can push motives. They can influence the youth. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta think deeper.
I'm opening up a Chinese bank account. Yeah, you don't want them to have my information. I'm gonna fund their fucking country, you stupid whack ass bitch. Because my thing is this: most of the shit that we buy already comes from China, anyways.
That's
Just
true.
cut out the middleman.
But it's technology. This
app
different
has
though.
enabled me to raise over $90,000 for various charities and people in my time here.
What's up?
Fuck you, U.S. government.
How fucking funny would it be if they banned TikTok and then we all moved to the actual Chinese version of TikTok?
For years now is about to be taken away from them for completely arbitrary reasons. And as you saw, they not only reject the bullshit excuses our government used as a justification for this ban, but they also took note of the fact that banning TikTok was prioritized before any meaningful policies that would actually help them survive. So people know what's going on. They're wide-eyed about how corrupt and frankly how evil our government is, and not all of the people that you heard from are even explicitly political, which suggests
This video long. Let's see what he's talking about.
It should make you angry, and if it isn't making you mad right now, I just want you to watch till the end of this video. That's all I ask. I'm not a political creator. I try not to engage in politics. I've always tried to keep my content as a break from the things that make life hard, but this is something that I simply can't ignore because it's a direct threat to my ability to create content and to your ability to consume it. This affects me on a personal, on a career level, and it's something I just
I
can't
feel
ignore.
though.
No context
You
about
built your whole
myself. You
career
know
on
who I
TikTok.
am.
Anybody
I'm
take that
Johnny
away?
Razor. I make short-form
I
content
know what it feel like,
on
bruh.
Shorts
I
and
know what it
TikTok.
feel
I've been
like.
doing this since 2022, so over 2.5 years, near daily at this point. So I have a lot of knowledge on how the algorithms for TikTok and YouTube work, and I have a lot of experience making content for these platforms, specifically the one that is getting banned. That's why I'm making this video. The Supreme Court met on Friday, January 10th to discuss the Protecting Americans from Foreign Advisory Controlled Applications Act, which is a mouthful, and if upheld, will go into effect on January 19th. The bill basically says If any foreign app is deemed a threat by the American government, it can be banned from America unless sold to an American company. We'll get back to that in a second. TikTok has responded to this by saying, we aren't selling, which why would they? It's the fastest growing social media platform ever. And it's because of TikTok's algorithm, which TikTok doesn't want to lose.
They got a good algorithm
now.
They got a crazy algorithm.
And why right now? There are a lot of factors that led to this bill being passed. It's been thrown around for the past few years. Nobody thought it was going to happen, but we're here now. And it's happening.
And shout out to the creator, Johnny Razor.
Well,
I'm not sure to him.
This bill under is a threat of national security. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese-based company, and the argument is that if the CCP wants to make changes to a Chinese company, they can. But ByteDance isn't a Chinese-based company. It was actually founded in the Cayman Islands. 60% of its ownership is global investors, 20% are its founders, and 20% are its employees. Chinese government does own a 1% share in one of ByteDance's subsidiary countries, Douyin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but not ByteDance. Now, they do have headquarters in China. They have worked with the Chinese government in the past on their specific products, but they also have headquarters in the US, and TikTok itself is a subsidiary of ByteDance that operates outside of China. As far as I could find, I could not find any direct link to China from TikTok specifically. All the data that I could find backs up what was said in the court hearings we had last year, where the Singaporean CEO of TikTok was accused of being Chinese for a couple hours. That's the official reason, but let's dig in a little deeper. Everything about the TikTok ban just doesn't really add up. It's a bill that blasted through Congress with little pushback. Even the senator whose whole brand was that he was on TikTok voted in favor of the bill. This senator, most directly aided by TikTok, voted to ban TikTok. Is that not a little insane? And his explanation boiled down to, trust me, bro. Like, trust. So what else? Meta just so happened to do a little lobbying. Isn't that interesting? Not only did they do a little lobbying, they spent $7.6 million lobbying in support of this bill. That set a...
Yeah, because they want more people on their platform. That's business. That's business. They want more people on their platform.
You don't mind me asking, what do you pay for car insurance?
A record for Facebook's lobbying of all time. Made a short a while back saying Mark Zuckerberg was on a redemption arc, but I take it all back because it's clear what he was trying to do is bolster his public image as his company tries to bribe Congress. Now, what incentive would Meta have to ban TikTok? Well, Instagram is a direct competitor.
That's what I'm saying.
It's far worse. I mean, Reels is a nightmare. But their thought is we have over 100 million Americans on TikTok. They gotta go somewhere. Facebook has been losing money ever since TikTok has grown in popularity. So from the financial incentive, Meta wants TikTok gone. Zuckerberg has been trying to buy TikTok for years, and after his failed attempts, he's been trying to get the platform banned because TikTok's existence means Facebook loses money. But that's not all. TikTok, whether you like it or not, has been a source of unfiltered information. This includes misinformation.
That's what I like. I like it because it's a lot of information on TikTok.
Is this misinformation? But let's look at Facebook real quick and oh, that's AI Crab Jesus. AI Crab Jesus got 200,000 reactions, 4,000 comments, 1,000 shares. This is AI. This is AI. When I went home for the holidays, I saw my mom watching AI text-to-speech brain rot on Facebook. She didn't even know it was AI. She didn't know. Misinformation is a problem on any platform. It's not new to TikTok. Misinformation exists on YouTube. It exists on X, the Everything app. Wherever people are, there is going to be misinformation on the internet. When you give the people a voice, some of them are going to lie. That's just how it is. But some of them will also tell the truth. And if Facebook really cared about misinformation, they wouldn't have gotten rid of their fact checkers, would they? TikTok is a platform where people like to share their unfiltered opinions. I've seen videos in support of TikTok on TikTok. I've seen videos against TikTok on TikTok. When the war in Ukraine started, TikTok showed support for Ukraine. When the war in Gaza started, TikTok showed support for Palestine. But the difference is a lot of the media did not. When the United Healthcare CEO was assassinated, people on TikTok showed support for the killer. A take that the mainstream media denounced or ignored. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to think about any of these issues. I don't want to promote one side of the argument. At the end of the day, your choice is what matters. Your ability to make an informed decision is what matters. So I believe as an American, under the First Amendment, we should be free to have and share whatever political take we want.
I agree.
I talk about what will happen if it is, so we are prepared. Because it's going to impact you whether you live in the US, Europe, Asia, it doesn't matter. These effects are going to be far-reaching. First of all, content is going to change. Just on the individual platform level, the content is going to be very different. Whether you're on YouTube Shorts, whether you're on Instagram Reels, whether you're on Blue Sky, it's going to change. When you watch a video on YouTube Shorts compared to a video on TikTok, compared to one on Reels, they're different. YouTube Shorts prioritize consistency. Shorts prioritize individual creators that make consistent content that hit the metrics they're looking for. When I post a short, I can expect a similar amount of views on each short relative relative to its watch percent because I post here consistently. On TikTok, it's different.
You don't
Videos
know.
exist within a vacuum. My same videos that I post on YouTube, I also put on TikTok to varying levels of success. Most get around 5 to 10,000 views, but some get a couple 100,000 or a couple million. These are more outliers for me, but they all have something in common. The videos that do well for me on TikTok are niche, they're topical, they're related to something already viral on TikTok, and they also get a lot of engagement. They're controversial, they're heavily commented on, they're heavily shared. On TikTok, the passive viewership isn't as important as active viewership, active engagement. YouTube wants you spending time on the platform, TikTok wants you engaging with content on the platform. They're different approaches to the same issue, but they inherently make different content. So the content that works on TikTok
Learn
isn't
something
going
new.
to work on YouTube Shorts, or at least not nearly as
I'm not talking that much because I'm actually listening. I'm trying to see what he's talking about.
It's funny. I'm not seeing a meme slideshow on YouTube that won't happen. Content is created for the platform in which it exists. I make my content primarily for YouTube, but with TikTok gone, a lot of the content will change and the creators will have to adapt by moving to a different platform.
Yep.
It's much harder for an unedited ramble hot take to get views on YouTube than something more produced. Same with Instagram. This video, I have to cut out the silences. I have to cut out the pauses. I've scripted the entire take to make sure my ideas are concise. And the people that this change will affect the most are creators. Indie artists will have a much harder time promoting their music. Even major labels will have a harder time. Think of artists in pop right now. Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, Sabrina Carpenter, heck, Taylor Swift. All of them
they
had
be
a
on
huge surge in
TikTok.
popularity because of TikTok.
TikTok blew up a
Most
lot of
music
people.
nowadays is made for TikTok. It's for that 15-second snippet you can use in a trend, in a dance or something. Even Kendrick, when the Drake beef was going on, I kept up to date by watching TikTok. So there's going to be a huge change in the music industry. Memes are going to have to be different. They're mostly coming from TikTok. Now they'll have to come from elsewhere. And X, the Everything app, is off the table. Political and news content won't have as much reach because on YouTube it's less advertiser friendly. And sites like Facebook and Twitter promote one political view over the other. It's going to get harder for the promotion of anything. Small businesses get a lot of love from TikTok, either by posting themselves or for people like Keith Lee giving reviews of small restaurants. Indie games like Another Crowd's Treasure, which I'm playing right now, I heard of through...
That's true. A lot of stuff is gonna get shaken up. That's why you gotta stay on your toes as a business owner, creator.
Even streamers.
That's why I'm on
The
YouTube.
biggest recent streamers that I can think of have been Queso.
YouTube the big dog. YouTube ain't going
Where they
nowhere.
get their popularity? Clips on TikTok. That is where every streamer now gets their reach, because Twitch isn't giving it to you. There's no discovery on Twitch. You have to outsource to a different platform, and that platform for a lot of people has been TikTok. And TikTok has been a great platform for a lot of genres of content. Cooking, animation, TikTok edits, they're much harder to do on other platforms. And if you want to become a content creator, the only real way to do it is with short form content. All of the content creators I know who started recently did so through shorts. When I went to VidCon, the vast majority of new creators were from shorts and TikTok. TikTok and YouTube had their own separate booths competing, and they were competing over short form. This is the way that you do it now with these companies that own video games either directly or as a... It's likely they won't, but now they could. And if the TikTok ban goes through, they're probably going to ban Red Note for the same reason. Even if Congress truly does see a national security benefit to banning this app, the pros of keeping TikTok far outweigh the cons. TikTok is not the best app. It's not my favorite app. Heck, a lot of the times, it's a pretty bad app. I'll be honest. But America is built on a foundation of freedom. The freedom to speak. The freedom to choose. And taking away that...
Yeah, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna be tuning in, man. I'm gonna see what happens January 19th with this ban. I'm kind of half and half. I see it from the side of the Chinese government. Even if it's not really the Chinese government, but who really knows? But them having all that data on us Americans, that kind of scares me, and that they can really push a button and they can just influence a whole generation of kids and people for a specific trend. But on the other side, it's like it's made a lot of people money, it made a lot of people successful, it helped a lot of people. I go on there, it's a lot of information, and it's funny. I can always get a good laugh out of TikTok. So, whoo, I don't really know, man. We gonna see what happens, and yeah, let me know below what y'all think on the TikTok ban. Y'all for a TikTok ban? Y'all against it? Let me know. I have a TikTok account, JRush23X. You know, I got some content up there. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to educate myself, you know, and educate y'all, get some good content. But yeah, that's gonna be the last video for the day. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all if y'all watched the whole video. We're gonna keep running it up. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep staying consistent, man.